The government of Ghana, with the support of the World Bank and the USAID, presents to you the GCAP Diaries. The diaries showcase the success stories of the Ghana Commercial Agriculture Project being implemented by the Ministry of Food and Agriculture.
GCAP has come to change the face of farming in Ghana.
We have currently supported 31 grantees on various fronts.
Because of GCAP's intervention, today we have about 60% of the total number of outgrowers that we have being women.
We have learned agronomic practices.
Through the trainings, farmers have been able to increase their yields.
GCAP intervention, the road is fine.
The intervention of GCAP has been lovely and farmers have embraced it.
We want people who know and understand the market and can produce to meet the needs of the market.
Watch GCAP Diaries on this channel every Saturday at 10 a.m.
Ghana experienced a rapid dietary shift to rice, particularly in the urban centers, during the early post-independence period starting 1957. This trend was attributed to increased income, favorable government pricing policies, good storability of rice, and the ease of cooking. The main thrust of government policies for increased rice production under the Medium-Term Agricultural Development Program include 1. The exploitation of the vast lands of the inland valleys and swamps. 2. A reduced emphasis on conventional irrigation schemes. And 3. Increased research and technology transfer aimed at an efficient utilization of agricultural inputs. Rice is produced in all the 10 regions of Ghana, covering all the major ecological climatic zones, including the interior savanna zone, the high rainforest zone, the semi-deciduous rainforest zone, and the coastal savanna zone. The rain-fed ecology, that is, dry lands and lowlands, account for 75% of the production area. The irrigated ecology has 10%, and the inland swamps and valley bottoms form 15%. Ghana has great potential to expand its present average rice production area of 89,700 hectares by 200% if its vast area of inland valleys and swamps is fully exploited. The greatest potential lies in the interior savanna zone, which covers almost the whole of the northern half of the country, stretching over nearly 9.32 million hectares. Sambay Enterprise, owned by Baba Yafo Samuel, has been making inroads in tapping opportunities available to rice farmers in the interior savanna zone. The company has farms in the Kassina Nankana East and Busa districts of the Upper East region. The company has been in operation since 2013 with a farm size of 90 acres. The company also has 50 outgrowers who work on 60 acres farmland.
The main objective is to expand rice production and at the same time to be able to get enough paddy for my processing. Thirdly, I would like to carry along as many community members as outgrowers and subsequently to improve their livelihoods.
A major challenge which limited the company's capacity to expand its output was its inability to increase the farm size due to lack of resources to develop available lands. This challenge inhibited the outgrowers from making full use of their potential. Outgrowers were farming on small acreages of land, hence low levels of yields. The company and its outgrowers also lacked good agronomic skills, a situation which had adverse effects on productivity, since farmers were neither applying fertilizers at the right time nor used the right quantities of fertilizers. Farmers never kept records of their activities. Post-harvest losses were also of great concern to the company. There were inadequate warehousing facilities for the company and its outgrowers. In order to cultivate larger acreage to boost production, Sambay Enterprise applied to GCAP for funding to enable it develop an additional 100-acre land it had acquired, train its outgrowers in good agronomic practices, bookkeeping, group formation and dynamics, and also construct a 120 metric ton capacity warehouse. GCAP provided resources which enabled the company to supply quality improved seeds and chemicals to outgrowers. Mr. Charles Nonu is the project coordinator of GCAP.
The reason for having this project is to see how we can enhance commercial cultivation. You know, in GCAP terms, when you talk about commercial farming, it's not about the scale of farming, but we look at the fact that it becomes market-oriented. We want people who know and understand the market and can produce to meet the needs of the market. And the project is being implemented broadly in 2 areas of the country, the Sada Zone and then also the Accra Plains. And then the focus is on 4 primary commodity areas. We're looking at soybean, rice, maize, and then we have the horticultural crops. Our expectation for Sambay is that, one, he could be able to expand what he's doing because there's enough land where he's working in Navrongo. And 2, we have supported him now to have a much more cohesive outgrower group that now has a bank account, and they're working with him very well, and they are making money. Because they are making money, the people are also committed and then working on this. And then 2, he's also intimated or suggested to us that because of the increased volume that is coming from the outgrowers he's working with, he's looking for a new mill, a bigger mill to buy. So we're hoping that he could be able to achieve all this.
The government of Ghana, with the support of the World Bank and the USAID, presents to you the GCAP Diaries. The diaries showcase the success stories of the Ghana Commercial Agriculture Project being implemented by the Ministry of Food and Agriculture.
GCAP has come to change the face of farming in Ghana.
We have currently supported 31 grantees on various fronts.
Because of GCAP's intervention, today we have about 60% of the total number of outgrowers that we have being women.
We have learned agronomic practices.
Through the trainings, farmers have been able to increase their yields.
GCAP intervention, the road is fine.
The intervention of GCAP has been lovely and farmers have embraced it.
We want people who know and understand the market and can produce to meet the needs of the market.
Watch GCAP Diaries on this channel every Saturday at 10 a.m.
After a successful application, Sambay Enterprise was awarded a grant of $135,000 to remove the main binding constraint that impeded its productivity: land development, warehouse facility, and good agronomic skills. The company provided $23,750 as its matching contribution.
Sambay is also in the Upper East region, specifically Navrongo. The project has supported them with some funds to construct about 120 metric tons of warehouse. Before the funds were given, the safeguard team from GCAP, including myself, we went to the field with a checklist just to make sure that wherever the warehouse is supposed to be situated meets the project safeguard requirements. Specifically, we were looking at an area where the warehouse will not negatively impact on the environment. We also went ahead to register Sambay with the Environmental Protection Agency, and they also came there to do their own checks. And based on that, they granted them environmental permit to start constructing the warehouse. I'm happy to inform you that the warehouse is almost about 90% complete.
As part of its implementing strategy, Sambay Enterprise developed 100 acres of land, 40 acres on lowlands and 60 acres on an upland in the Butte community in the Upper East region. The process of land development including the clearing of trees, removal of stumps, plowing and bonding of the soil. A 120 metric ton capacity warehouse is under construction. Outgrowers were also trained in good agronomic practices, chemical usage, health and safety, record keeping and group dynamics. The number of outgrowers has increased from 15 to 50 as a result of the GCAP support. The training in group dynamics encouraged outgrowers to establish a cooperative called Marker Group.
When GCAP support came, it was basically for land development, warehouse and training. The warehouse also, I have worked frantically on it, and I'm now at the beam level. Additional way of utilizing the GCAP fund is to undertake some training for the farmers, and we have done some training in farm management, that is use of pesticides, of chemicals and fertilizers. We have also done something in bookkeeping, that is record keeping. We have also gone further to do group formation, and from this emanated the formation of a cooperative group.
GCAP's intervention has increased outgrowers' productivity. There is increased land availability to outgrowers. Farmers are now equipped with good agronomic and farm management skills. They now have the mindset to operate their farm as a business. They now keep records of all activities on the farm. Through training in group dynamics, farmers now work in groups and cordially among themselves. They now tend to learn from each other. The quality of farmers' grains has improved significantly due to the certified seeds now supplied to them. Bismarck Alaliga is the farm manager.
With the help of GCAP, we were able to form a larger group size, which now cultivates the whole land developed, which is 40 acres lowland, 60 acres upland. GCAP intervention under the warehouse construction, when it is completed, definitely it is going to help most of the farmers, because farmers produce, they sell at the time where they don't know how the price of the goods at the market is very, very low. Some even store it at the mercy of pests, rodents and the rest. And with the help of GCAP, when the warehouse is completed, I know definitely we are going to store our produce and wait for a better price and a better preservation method. GCAP support has gone a long way helping Sambay Enterprise and its outgrowers in increasing production.
Outgrowers gave their own testimonies on the benefits of GCAP's interventions to their businesses. They recounted how the interventions have increased productivity and turned their lives around by increasing income.
With the help of GCAP, our farmlands have increased drastically, causing our productivity to increase. We basically used to farm for consumption for years, but today we don't only farm for consumption, but to market some of our produce. This has helped cater for our children's school fees, hospital bills, etc. The knowledge we acquired has helped increase our yield. Also, we now understand the weather patterns and the right season to plant in, etc. Another challenge was that we didn't know where to purchase our farm inputs, such as fertilizers, weedicides, etc. With the help of GCAP, we now know.
The days of farming on a small piece of land now belong to history. developed lands abound plentifully. Maria Ayikami is one of the beneficiary outgrowers. She now has the resources and inputs to farm effectively to make a living.
With the support of GCAP, we have acquired adequate knowledge to enable us increase our produce. Though a woman, I can boldly say I can comfortably pay my children's school fees. I can also afford our hospital bills, etc. Years ago, our role was in the kitchen, but that has changed by the help of GCAP, and I am a proud GCAP. I am an outgrower and very proud.
As a result of the effective application of fertilizers and other agronomic skills acquired through GCAP's support, cost of production has not only reduced, but there is a phenomenal increase in productivity. This has translated into better yield and good income. Outgrowers are expecting 12 to 15 bags per acre. An increase in yields will certainly have a profound effect on their livelihoods. They will now be economically better off. Ayele Anaga reiterates the outcomes of GCAP intervention to his business and outgrowers.
Before GCAP, I could only farm less than half an acre because even though the land was there, it was full of trees and stumps. I didn't have the resources to uproot the trees and the stumps. GCAP's intervention has really helped me a lot. It cleared my land for me. Now I can farm on about 2 acres. I really thank GCAP. We were also given training on good agronomic practices. I never used to know how to apply fertilizer and when to apply fertilizers. GCAP's training has now enabled me to do that efficiently. The application of fertilizer has made my farm very good. I expect a bumper harvest this year.
Ayanfo Samuel reiterates the outcomes of GCAP intervention to his business and outgrowers.
With the support, I have expanded the land area. Hitherto, I had a small size of land, which was about 5 acres to myself and about 15 acres to my outgrowers. Now I can boast of 11 acres of land to myself and about 70 acres to my outgrowers, which is a significant expansion. And that has boosted their morale. I mean, they are so excited about having large sizes, at least, to farm on. And also to get assistance from me, the nucleus farmer, on completion of the warehouse. It's going to benefit them immensely. Because one, the excitement of even getting a well-constructed place to put their harvested produce it cannot, be overemphasized. There, it will be kept under very hygienic conditions, or what we will call proper warehouse management. The benefits are many. One, apart from getting a safe place to put